Exactly, and if you were caught in an avalanche, would you know what to do? Well, thankfully here at Top Grouse Mountain, you offer just the course for people, AJ, because we want to make sure that people know what they do if they need to have that information available to them.
That's right.
So tell us a little bit about the course. It's called Avalanche Skills Training.
That's correct. It's a curriculum that was developed by the Canadian Avalanche Centre. And it's aimed to people who recreate in the backcountry, especially here, skiers, snowboarders, snowshoers. It's an entry-level course, so it's open to everyone.
And of course, just off camera, you and I are talking about risk management. Most of us know, like you said, when you're driving on a street to go 50 kilometers an hour or whatever, how do people manage their risk on something like the mountains when you're talking things like backcountry, which we do not encourage?
Well, that's true. We're used to having risk calculated for us. When we go out in the backcountry, there are no signs that are telling us this is dangerous or this is the extent of the risk that you should take. So we need some education to be able to recognize what is risky and what's not, what can present a danger in order to decide how much risk we're willing to take.
And that's the kind of stuff that we're going to be learning here this morning with the Avalanche Skills Training. Level 1 is what we're doing. Tell us a little bit about the importance of a bulletin like this.
Yeah, at the core of the course is the public avalanche forecast that is published by the Canadian Avalanche Centre, and we're extremely lucky in Canada to have this tool available to us. And it's this danger rating scale with 5 steps. It goes from low to moderate, considerable, high, and extreme. And it tells us how likely is it that we are going to see or possibly trigger an avalanche, and also what size of avalanche we're expecting. And this will be followed also by some travel advice.
Some great information. For more details on the course that they offer here on Grouse Mountain for Avalanche Skills Training, Level 1, you can go to the website Grouse Mountain. And of course, as we go back to you, Jody, just another quick look at this here. We've got lots more throughout the morning. Exactly. Avalanche skills and awareness training happening here at Grouse Mountain. Coming up after the break, the 3 pieces of equipment that you should have if you are going into the backcountry. Stay with us. You're watching BT.
I wanna wake up where you are.
Yeah, and we're feeling a few sprinkles right now, AJ, here on the Grouse Mountain, just like all the local mountains. It's been a bit of a tough go, but we are expecting snow, right?
Tomorrow.
Exactly. So this is going to be awesome. We're going to be talking, obviously, about Avalanche Skills Training. It's a course that you offer here at Grouse Mountain, and you have 3 pieces of equipment that really everyone should have with them.
That's right. The 3 basic pieces of rescue equipment we carry is an avalanche transceiver, a shovel, and a probe.
Okay, so obviously the shovel is in case you need to shovel somebody out.
Exactly.
I would imagine. And you pointed out earlier, too, the importance to recognize that rescue equipment is different than safety equipment.
That's correct. So we don't want to lure people in thinking that this increases their safety. Getting caught in an avalanche should never be considered as an option. This is only to make a bad situation pull it off as best we can.
Right. So again, I would know how to use a shovel. How do you use a probe? What's the purpose for that?
The purpose of the probe is once we've located the avalanche victim with the transceiver, we're going to actually try to make contact with the person.
Let's try it out. So we've got the transceiver here.
So the transceiver could be turned to search, and I'm picking up a signal right now.
You can hear it.
Of somebody who is buried in an avalanche, and it's actually giving me a distance. So we're really close here. So as I'm getting very close, maybe I can ask you to hand me the probe.
So we're waiting for it to go very quickly, is that what it is?
Yeah, exactly. It's telling me that the shortest distance I got here was 30 centimeters down. So I'm going to start probing until I actually make contact.
And I did hear something
with the person.
there.
Exactly.
So did we actually get it? So let's see.
Yeah, so now we dig.
Now we dig. Oh, and there it is. Oh, there
we go.
And there it is. The transceiver is nice and safe and sound. Good to have the equipment in the event you need it. You hope you don't have to. But for all the details, of course, on the Avalanche Skills Training course, Level 1 happening at Grouse Mountain, you can go to grousemountain.com. Thanks very much.
Thank you.
Definitely, and I mean, obviously it's about safety first, and we hope that no one ever finds himself in a situation where they are caught in an avalanche, but if you are, you sure want to be prepared, and that's all the basis of a course that's being offered here at Grouse Mountain. AJ, what are we going to be talking about now?
We're going to talk about two pieces of safety equipment. So these two backpacks are designed to reduce our vulnerability, so to speak, if we are caught in an avalanche.
And we should point out that it's very, very important for people to know how this equipment works before they're actually caught in a situation where they have to use it.
That's correct. And one of the questions I get asked a lot is, so what's the best avalanche rescue equipment out there? And my answer is often, well, the best is the one that you've practiced with the most.
Right, so that's what we're doing here this morning. What do you have here?
What I have here is called an Avalanche. When people are buried in an avalanche, obviously suffocation is a big concern. Now, the Avalanche doesn't really help me stay on the surface, but if I ski with this in my mouth, I can actually breathe through the tube, and the air intake is actually taken from my shoulder, so that when the snow ices over my face and creates sort of this airtight barrier, I can still breathe a little bit. And the air comes out this way.
Excellent. That's such an important piece of equipment. And I've got a backpack on. Now, I've done this before, so I know it's still a bit surprising at first, but we're going to try to get the information out. If I am caught in an avalanche, I can, what, pull this?
Yes, it's better if you do it with your other hand.
Okay.
This one here. There you go.
Knock the hat right off of me. Again, though, the purpose of this is what will happen if I'm in an avalanche and I've executed this motion. What happens?
The purpose of the airbag is actually to help you stay on the surface of an avalanche.
Well, I can tell you right now that I feel like I would definitely stay on the surface. Again, knock the hat right off of me, but you want to make sure you check out this course here at Grouse Mountain. For more details, they're back at the station. People can go to grousemountain.com. There we go. And we're learning about how to be safe and prepared should you find yourself in the backcountry. Here at Grouse Mountain, we are talking avalanche skills, and you have a course that happens here at Grouse. What are we talking about right now, AJ?
So here what we have is somewhat of an emergency toboggan. Earlier we were talking about digging somebody out of an avalanche debris. Now, unfortunately, when we do that, sometimes people can have injuries and they might not be able to actually ski out on their own. So an emergency toboggan like this would allow us to use the skis, probably the skis from the avalanche victim, and have something where we can wrap our victim in this toboggan like this, and with a system of strap we can actually drag him over
that's
a certain
super
distance.
Smart, and that's just something, like you said, that we're able to kind of have in our backpack all ready to go, along with all our other rescue equipment, not safety equipment.
Exactly.
Now, for someone that takes the avalanche skills level 1 here at Grouse, what kinds of things are they going to learn?
Well, first what we want is for people to understand how avalanche form and recognize warning signs, so warning signs of weakness in the snow. We want them to be able to understand the avalanche bulletin and interpret the information in there. We also want them to be able to carry out a safe trip, so good travel procedures.
Lots of great information happening here at Grouse for their avalanche skills program, happening every other weekend. Jody, for more details, people can go to grousemountain.com.